What's up, champions, fam? It's Z.E.K.E back on a brand new WWE Champions video. And we are here today to get a little bit creative, and I hope that you all join in on the fun, because this is my top 10 requested champions of 2020 list. I decided to create a list of characters, wrestlers that I feel should be introduced properly within WWE Champions by Z.E.K.E by the conclusion of the year 2020. Now, we are about to finish up on February's MLC, commemorating and celebrating the 3rd year anniversary of WWE Champions by Z.E.K.E, and we've gotten some solid champions. We got a solid free-to-play champion in modern era powerhouse Shelton Benjamin, the gold standard. We got a high-quality mega superstar in the Red MP Thief herself, my lolly waifu, modern era trickster, Kairi Sane, the Pirate Princess, who properly debuted in Champions this past Valentine weekend. And we also got a brand new, pretty solid modern era acrobat in Andrade Almas El Idolo, who hopefully many of you will be able to acquire and unlock by the conclusion of this MLC. But we still got many months to go, y'all, so that's plenty of time to see what is to properly come. We can easily fantasy book all day, but whatever we're really given, well, those are going to be the cards and the die that are cast, but we can still have fun in the meantime, right? So before we get to my top 10 list, I have a list of honorable mentions. Now, with all these characters, I'm going to cover their names, their epithet, the class that I feel they should cover, the era category they should properly represent, and I want you all to leave your top 10 lists in the comments below. Leave your thoughts on my list as well. Let's talk. Let's do something real interesting, and maybe, just maybe, a couple of the other YouTuber broskies and siskies join in on the fun and maybe do videos on their channels as well. And maybe we get the attention of WWE Champions and Z.E.K.E because they're truly sitting on top of a gold mine. So let's get started with my honorable mentions. First and foremost, right out of the gate, Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, modern era showboat. Now, I see this guy truly being a showboat because of the character work that Rollins is doing on Monday Night Raws right now. He's absolutely incredible. He's so strong when he's a bad guy compared to being a good guy. There's just some people who play the role so well. Just look at Randy Orton. No one likes Randy as a face, as a good guy. We like him when he's more sadistic and dark and twisted. That's why we like Orton. The RKO literally gets chanted even when he's going up against good guys, people we're supposed to be rooting for. And that's what I'm getting from Seth Rollins. He's a guy who genuinely, even though you want to boo him, the fans kind of created that character. They wanted him to beat Brock Lesnar. He did it. He covered as much as he could as a champion, doing all the right things, only to get booed. And now he is the monster that we've created, and he is not letting us, the WWE Universe, forget that. So his mic work has been impeccable, and the way he has been so cowardly of a heel is just immaculate. He's playing the part oh so well. So I would like to see him be in the game as a mega superstar. I can easily see him being a mega loot superstar, the same way the Undisputed Future Trickster Rollins was. I can easily see that being done. So Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, modern era showboat would be a classic to see come into the game by the end of the year. Next up, we have RTruth. Now, the epithets for him are "What's Up?" part of his theme song, and 24/7, basically paying homage to him being the 24/7 champion as many times as he has been. He is a comedic relief character. He has literally had Brock Lesnar breaking character on TV live because he just had him rolling so much that I feel that RTruth would be another guy that would be solid to see in the game. Now, I can honestly see RTruth being a character that could be a easy clap as a free-to-play champion. Maybe they update the premium, the 2-star, the 3-star loots for superstars, and he's featured. You could even make him an exclusive champion in the sense that he only shows up within the briefcase MLC loot banners, and that's the only way that you can go for him. So it gives players in the community someone to chase after every single MLC, because maybe he's someone that you get a couple shards here, you get a couple shards there for him, give him a real solid coaching or trainer ability, and it makes it all the more worth it when you pull him, because that's definitely another way they handled certain champions. Like, yes, we shift them out in and out rotation because of the MLC and the featured era category needed for that MLC, but it would also be cool to see certain champions pop up, and it's like, hey, you can't get them from a Mega Superstar loot, you're not going to get him or her from the prize wall, you're not going to get them from the free-to-play loots, or when it comes to the premium, the 3-star and the 2-star, but you'll be able to collect their shards every single MLC, hopefully, if the RNG is on your side, from the limited time MLC briefcase pulls. So I feel that RTruth would be solid there as well. Another set of champions that I feel deserve some love are Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the Iconics, because I feel, look, they won the women tag team championships off of Bayley and Sasha, okay, at WrestleMania at that. They are strong heels. They also got mad love when they did the show in Australia. They got mad love from their hometown. I really feel that they could easily fit the bill as modern era tricksters or showboats. And another thing, I can easily see them, again, a revised, revamped, premium 2-star, 3-star loot. I can easily see these being characters that you can easily get at 2-star gold, or possibly unlocking them at 3-star bronze or what have you. So they would definitely be solid. I don't see them being a prize wall champion or a mega superstar champion just because they aren't that top tier. You know, we'll get to those ladies a little bit later on, but I still feel that Billie Kay and Peyton Royce deserve their due, and I can see them easily as modern era tricksters due to the ways that they kept their belts, or showboats because of the way they are on the mic. They are absolutely incredible. They're like the movie Mean Girls incarnate. That's how I see them, and I really feel that they deserve a shot. Following them, though, we have Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. Undisputed Era, shock the system. I see Strong as a modern era technician, where Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are strikers, just because of how they perform in ring when it comes to NXT. A great way to expand the Gold and Black brand when it comes to WWE champions, and their champions that I see everyone going in on. I could see easily these characters all being introduced in different ways. I could see Bobby Fish, for instance, being a free-to-play champion, since he seems to be like the less popular of the group. I could easily see Kyle O'Reilly being the prize wall champion. I can see Roderick Strong being a mega superstar champion. And I really feel that that will work out for them. They will be solid champions that people will want to pursue, because you will want the whole set. The same way if there was a DX set, or, you know, the Hart Foundation. There's just certain stables and factions that many people are fans of, and Undisputed Era are over like Rover. Sorry, Imperium, but Undisputed Era got y'all beat. Now, following them, though, on the free-to-play side of things, I could see Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville with the epithet of Fire and Desire making their way into the free-to-play pools. Again, 2-star gold or maybe 3-star within the 3-star loot. Gives you a reason to collect those loot resources to stack up every MLC and do your pulls and hopefully get enough to unlock them. Solid reward for free-to-play character players. And quite frankly, I see Mandy Rose as a powerhouse, and I see Sonya Deville as a striker. Although Mandy is very, very voluptuous. Oh my God. Breathtaking. I really do think a lot of people forget that she is a very powerful and strong young lady who has shown off feats of strength whenever she's in the ring. And Sonya Deville, come on, MMA background, she's a beast. I just wish that they would push them properly, and that's why I'm saying, because they aren't pushed to be a threat like that, I think they would be a solid addition to the free-to-play side of things. Next up, though, we have the 1, 2, 3 kid, Sean Waltman, 6, X-Pac, coming in with the epithet 1, 2, 3, new gen acrobat or trickster. Give them the link, the click. That's right, the click between him, Heartbreak Kid, Diesel, and Chico Reza Ramon. And honestly, because they all share one color, I really feel that the click should get a red MP link, because it would make so much sense to have them all have the red link, and it all benefits them one way or the other. It helps them out to be very offensive or defensive, and maybe, just maybe, figure out a way to fit in, a Hunter Hearst Helmsley Triple H, back when he was the blue blood, and fit him in there somehow, and obviously allow him to, even if he doesn't have a red move, if he does a red match, it'll boost the others. I think they could easily fit 1, 2, 3 Kid in there. I've gotten a rare strap for New Gen Acrobat, and we don't have any New Gen Acrobats. So whether or not that was for the mistake of, when Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels was introduced, and initially he had the border of a Acrobat, but he came out of Showboat, well, it allows the imagination to wander a little bit. Now, following 1, 2, 3 Kid, I got Mark Henry. Now, Mark Henry's a guy that I feel deserves some mad love, and he could boost a couple of era categories. First, I have the idea of Mark Henry Sexual Chocolate as an Attitude Era Showboat. Or we could do Mark Henry Hall of Pain Ruthless Aggression Striker, because the Ruthless Aggression era was a time where Mark Henry really did show out and stand out. There's no way around that if you really think about it. From him being the world's strongest man, doing all those different feats of strength, pulling buses and bench press competitions, to the Hall of Pain near the conclusion where he was just wrecking everybody. The matches him and Big Show had, like a Clash of the Titans, he was just running through everyone. I think that Mark Henry does deserve that nod, especially like after everything he's done for the business. So him as Sexual Chocolate, as an Attitude Era Showboat, beefs up that era and that category and that class, or having him as a solid striker who's actually far more quicker than his powerhouse alternative variation would be a solid look. Next up, now this is where we get a little bit into the fantasy side. Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, the New Age Outlaws, Attitude Era Powerhouse, and Showboat. Billy Gunn was always the muscle. Road Dogg was always the mic hype man for DX. I feel that DX needs to be completed by having Triple H, HBK, China, X-Pac, Billy Gunn, and Road Dogg. Now again, fantasy booking here due to Billy Gunn no longer being in the WWE, but he did leave out on good terms, and he's still real friends with Triple H, so maybe they could possibly make that happen. But quite frankly, you can't have the other the 4 members of the 6 of DX and not include Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. So I really feel they should have their own New Age Outlaws link. They should have the DX D-Generation X link, meaning Purple would be involved somehow, some way. And Discord is just loving me right now, but that's just my idea. Billy Gunn as a powerhouse, Road Dogg as a showboat. Now, finally, my final 3 picks for my honorable mentions. We have Gangrel and Viscera, Ministry of Darkness, expanding that stable with Edge and Christian and Undertaker, Phenom with the Black. I think that would be solid, and I can see them as a tag team of Attitude Era strikers, because I feel if Viscera was introduced as Big Daddy V later on from the Ruthless Aggression days, I feel that legit Big Daddy V would be the powerhouse variation of Viscera, whereas the Ministry of Darkness Viscera was more like a striker, hitting hard and just demolishing people, running through people. Gangrel, again, he's a striker, but also just because of how they dress too, I could easily see them being showboats, Attitude Era showboats, but they ran black moves. So there's different ways to work them, but off the top of my head, I easily see Gangrel and Viscera being Attitude Era strikers as a tag team. And we've seen multiple tag teams that do have the same class with the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara. They're both acrobats, so that's something to consider right there. So there's different styles and combinations of players and champions that are the same class, and they are able to work efficiently as a tag team. After that, following the Ministry of Darkness, I think D'Lo Brown and Kama, aka Godfather, Nation of Domination, Attitude Era showboat, and striker should be in the game. Kama was Godfather's previous incarnation. They were building him up solid to be this big top tier prize fighter, so it would make sense for him to be striker. And then D'Lo Brown was super charismatic, so I see him being a showboat. If he could make Vince McMahon laugh, I think he definitely has something on his side. And quite frankly, we have Great One Rock. We have Farouk in the game already. We know we're not more than likely not going to get Owen Hart, so it would make sense to at least to fill out the Nation of Domination when we got the two leaders in Rock and Farouk. Why not have D'Lo Brown and Kama? And even with Mark Henry there, Mark Henry would also be a solid option with the Attitude Era version of him. Just give him the link of Nation of Domination as well, because he was a member. And finally, a brand new subcategory. I would like to see the Divas, because yes, I love seeing some solid wrestling from the ladies. I love my waifus. I'll never get that twisted. But at the same time, we can't bury the fact that that was a part of wrestling history and culture. You know, Show Me the Puppies with Sable, Stacy Keibler, okay? Tori Wilson, Maria Kanellis, Candice Michelle, all of these young ladies, all these individuals were all a part of those moments. Even Michelle McCool, the wife of The Undertaker, they all played a part. They all played a role. The Divas Championship was a part of that. And I feel that they could easily be done as a banner that's limited time during the summertime, like the SummerSlam MLC. They pop up. You roll for that banner, and if you don't get them after that, you have to wait the next year. That's something that gives people something to look forward to. Make a couple of them god tier, top tier females, regardless of how they look and appear. It's just a part of the era. It was a part of the culture. Now, I did miss a couple things, and allow me to break some things down for you. I feel that D'Lo Brown and Kama, they could easily be a free-to-play tag team, or one of them could be free-to-play, the other can be a MLC Prize Wall champion. I see D'Lo being the free-to-play on this side, as well as Kama being the Prize Wall. When it comes to Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, no lie, real talk, I can see them both being mega superstars within a MLC that's commemorating DX, like we did with the DX passes when they first initially released. I can easily see them being mega superstar variations. I can easily see them being brand new Vault champions for the DX passes. So that's another one. And when it comes to Mark Henry, I can no lie, I can see Mark Henry doing that how long he's been in the WWE, easily having one version of him, Sexual Chocolate, being the free-to-play MLC champion, while Hall of Pain Henry would be the Prize Wall or Mega Superstar. So that's my opinion. And with 1, 2, 3 Kid, hands down a Mega. Hands down a Mega. We already got Six as a free-to-play champion. X-Pac's been featured in his own loop. I think that 1, 2, 3 Kid should also be a Mega Superstar champion. And he should have the surprise roll-up, the one that he used to beat Razor Ramon. I think he should have it, but his surprise roll-up actually does damage or does something crazy to the board that allows him to win. So those are my candidates for modern era choices, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, different era categories, men and women, trying to be fair and equal about this, but these are all my honorable mentions. Now we're going to move forward and we're going to go into my picks for my top 10 champions I would love to see at least by the conclusion of 2020. So number 10, we've got my man Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Attitude Era striker or trickster. Now, here's the thing of why I say he could be a striker. Hollywood easily cheated his ass off in WCW. He easily did that when he came back to the WWE. But with the Godfather being an Attitude Era showboat, but his hat is a striker token, I can easily see them getting away with his NWO vandalized belt being a trickster token while he's a striker. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I put it like that. But I could see him being both. But no lie, I think it's kind of hard to say which one of those classes has more top tier units, because both the striker and the trickster class are flooded with top tier, top quality units. And Hulk Hogan, we already got one variation of him already, okay, as a legend powerhouse. having a brand new Attitude Era striker or trickster to add to that would be great. That would be epic. And Hulk Hogan easily another mega superstar. As many of y'all despise the Hall of Fame loot concept design, as many of y'all despise the Kairi Sane loot that happened, Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan deserves that. With WrestleMania right around the corner, I would not be surprised if he was the WrestleMania MLC champion moving forward. But that's going to be left up in the air. But hands down, if we're talking Hogan, Hogan needs to be pay to play all day just because of how big of a draw he is and was. The only Hogan variation I could see that would be free to play would be during his New Gen run when he was real skinny and slim and on his way out of the WWF and headed the WCW before joining up with the Outsiders, Hall and Nash, because he wasn't around like that during that era. He was on his way out, so he wouldn't be at his peak performance. Even with winning the belt and stuff, beating Yokozuna or what have you after the Brett debacle, I feel that New Gen Hawk would be the only free-to-play Hawk. But even then, they were, with how busted they made Legend Hawk with the wild card gems, I wouldn't be surprised if they figure out a way to make all variations of Hawk broken. All I ask is, if they do a Hollywood NWO Hawk and he needs to have that link, I can see him running purple and black. I can easily see him running those moves. A red move possibly. All I request is, don't make him a Hall of Fame subcategory champion. Don't bronze him out. Don't make him a bronze statue. Give us the black and white. Have him come out with the belt, doing the air guitar, or just doing that in general. We'll be good to go. The black and white boas, he will be golden. Number 9, Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon Ruthless Aggression Powerhouse. Beth Phoenix, Edge is in the game officially. He's staying in the game. He's more than likely going to be pullable again. We got him through the MLC that featured Lita as a free-to-play champion, Team Extreme. I would not be surprised with this whole thing with Ruthless Aggression, the special that's coming out for that, but from WWE. I would not be surprised if Beth Phoenix got a character this year. Edge's wife, one of the best female competitors in ring, hands down, with the technical skill. She was literally the only girl on her wrestling team in high school, okay? This girl could really go. I really feel that she would be a proper addition to the powerhouse class alongside Brie Bella, Chyna, and Nia Jax when it comes to the female division. Covering Ruthless Aggression, showing some love there. So Beth Phoenix, hands down, deserves to be on this list for me. I would love to see her come out in 2020. Now commentating on NXT, I think she deserves that nod. And she's in the Hall of Fame. Like, what? Are you serious? Next up, number 8, Bobby Lashley. All right. We got Bobby Lashley here, the almighty modern era powerhouse. Now, Bobby Lashley and Beth Phoenix, both in my mind, since they're both powerhouses, I'm going to say this. I really feel that both of these champions could easily be a prize world champion, just because, like, they do have their strong fan base, and they're solid champions. I really do feel that Bobby could easily be a mega superstar, the same with Beth, but I think that Bobby would pull more money in as a mega. But due to how he's being utilized, I think he would be better off as a prize world champion. That's just me. So Beth, hands down, I feel could be a prize world champion too, but I feel that she would be more of a mega superstar compared to Bobby, unless Bobby ends up winning a couple more belts or something. I don't know. And with Bobby, they could easily throw in a free-to-play Leo Rush. Before the Man of the Hour stint that he did on NXT as Cruiserweight Champion, which was magnificent. But Bobby and Beth definitely should be either prize world champions or mega loot superstars, and they're going to be broadening both the era categories and the class at the same time simultaneously. Next up, number 7, you saw his crew down below. Adam Cole, baby, or Undisputed Era, Modern Era Technician or Trickster. Adam Cole, hands down, hot. Incredible. One of the best in the business right now. He has delivered in every single match. He's put people over. He's looked good and solid even when he's lost a match. He's just that good. Adam Cole would hands down be a mega loot superstar. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Adam Cole is solid. He's good on the mic. He's smooth. He's quick. He's efficient. He can deliver emotion when he's taking bumps or when he's dishing it out. Hands down, Adam Cole should be in this game by the end. We already got the majority of the characters from that halftime heat show that I did a video for the other year. Adam Cole is one of those that's missing, but there's also a couple others. Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, modern era technician. No ifs, ands, or buts about this. That slingshot spear, you know, his escape. He's just one of the full solid wrestlers in the game right now, in the business. Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, these guys are definitely top tier, and these guys would bring a lot of love and attention to the NXT tag link. I think that would benefit a lot of players, especially on the free-to-play side. But again, Johnny Gargano, I could see him being a prize world champion, but I also see him being a mega superstar, and he rightfully deserves it. But if I'm going to mention Johnny Gargano, I can't dismiss Tommaso Ciampa at number 5, Blackheart, modern era trickster. I can see these guys, all three of these guys right here, Ciampa, Gargano, and Cole. I can easily see all of them having quick charge moves that benefit them immensely, boost their gem strength, boost their move strength, allow them to do some crazy spamming of some specialty gems. I can easily see it. I can see Adam Cole doing his pose like Adam Cole, baby, and getting like a boost to his other moves or the strength of his gems. I can see Tommaso Ciampa doing the whole patting and clapping for himself, and that doing some crazy buff, maybe even possibly boosting his health up to immense measures or something, or going into overdrive. But Tommaso Ciampa, Blackheart, you can't have Johnny Wrestling without the Blackheart, and quite frankly, just like I feel Undisputed Era, Cole, Strong, O'Reilly, and Fish should have a link, I feel that Ciampa and Gargano should have a DIY link. So that's just me. But now we're going to get to the next one. Number 4, Sasha Banks, the Boss, modern era showboat. We got Zombie Sasha before we got the actual Sasha. We need Sasha in this game. I know Bayley could be in here too, but I think Sasha would be a solid modern era showboat. I think she would be dangerous, protect gems on the board, or multiply gems, or even heal gems just to stay in the fight. I can literally see her just delivering and killing it with that Banks statement, spamming some type of gem on the board. Or I would like to see a submission that actually leads into a choose move or something. I would like to see some new mechanic brought into the fray when it comes to submissions. I think that she could do it with that Banks statement. I don't know how. Maybe because she's the boss. Maybe she has something to do with the loot boxes. Kind of like a new version of Godfather or Vince. I don't know. But it would be nice to see the Boss come into the game. Number 3, Shayna Baszler, Queen of Spades, modern era technician. Now for me, this girl is got to be top tier. Right there with the man, Becky Lynch, technician. I feel that Shayna would be a solid addition to the modern era category and the technician class with that submission, dangerous, deadly. She's just got some cool, quick moves that would make to be some very top tier, quick moves to utilize in different content, saving you time in feuds. Highly offensive, especially with the buffs now, the different mechanics involved. I can see Shayna Baszler hands down being a top tier champion and representing the waifus on a whole other level, bringing some real brutality to the mix. Even give her the mouth guard, yo. Give her the mouth guard. Number 2 for me, Drew McIntyre, Scottish psychopath, modern era powerhouse. Now, before we get there, I keep on forgetting what I was stating. Baszler and Banks, hands down, got to be mega superstars. A lot of these champions, that the final ones are megas. There's no way around it. Just because of how much heat, how much of a draw they are now, how many people are behind them and like them, they're all megas. So 4 up to 1 mega superstars. Drew just won the Royal Rumble. People love him. He's over like Rover. that Claymore kick, the 3-2-1 countdown, would be a solid animation to see. The kip up and all. I just see this dude being a monster, man. The Glasgow kiss, the headbutt, quick and easy move to do. I can see him doing the kip up, and again, the kip up boosting his damage that he does for a certain amount of turns. The Claymore destroying the board with specialty gems. I just see it. Drew McIntyre, hands down, needs to be in this game. Deserves it. It's owed and long overdue. I know OG Gerson would love to see him. I would love to see him too. Now, finally, I have to clear my throat for this. Finally, my number one pick should be no surprise to many of you if you've been rocking with me, because I always mention him. This man has to be a mega. He has to be a mega. And that's none other than, let me in, Yowie Wowie, Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse, Modern Era Showboat, and The Fiend. Let me in, Yowie Wowie, Modern Era Powerhouse. Bray is one of my favorite characters in the entire business, from other organizations all the way around. He saved his career when others would have been buried. He deserves to be a mega. I could easily see them setting a whole entire MLC around him for WrestleMania. Maybe he starts going undefeated there as The Fiend. I could easily see him being set up for a Halloween MLC featuring the other zombies. Bray Wyatt, hands down. I could see Firefly Funhouse Bray being a prize world champion. I could easily see him being a free-to-play champion that you use to get The Fiend, who has to be a mega loot superstar. There's no way around it. Make The Fiend OP, busted, no sell moves where everyone else would fall. Have it look like he gets the hit with missile drop kicks, sweet chin musics, and literally he does not fall at all. Make him no sell in the game the way he does in real life. Or what they could do is I would like to see this, and this might be near impossible. Have him start off as one class, and you get the gear for either or, and they become another class. They shift classes, because that'd be another fun way. And one thing that'd be cool about it is if you max out his moves completely as one of them, like let's say you get Firefly Funhouse Bray, but then you get a gear that turns him into the Fiend that shifts his class. The moves that you maxed out as the Firefly Funhouse are going to be maxed out as when he becomes the Fiend, or have the Fiend have gear that turns him into Firefly Funhouse Bray, and his moves switch, but again, they're maxed out completely. That's my video, y'all. Like, we've been doing it. We've been sitting here for longer than expected, but I'm passionate about my videos. I like talking like this with y'all. I like discussing these type of things with each and every single one of you, because quite frankly, these are things that deserve to be spoken on. There's a lot of us who come up with very great ideas that could be utilized in WWE Champions, and they're not. And quite frankly, I wanted to share this with you. I don't even care how long this video is. If you were with me until the very end, by all means, leave that in the comments below that you rocked with me for this entire video. But Bray Wyatt, everything he's done, even if he's losing a little bit of momentum with how they've done things after, you know, that Hell in a Cell match with Seth Rollins, I feel that Bray Wyatt would sell. He's a champion that's benefiting a lot of people in different ways. The striker version of him has the Black MP ability for trainers, helping out your roster. The trickster variation of Bray Wyatt helps out with green submissions. So, with that being said, I would love to see Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse with a Fiend gear, or the Fiend Let Me In Yowie Wowie with a Firefly Funhouse gear. But inevitably, man, like, real talk, I really think that Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, would sell. A lot of people like him. He's absolutely different. He's got a distinct look and how he carries himself. So I really feel that if champions put him in the game, I could see it happening. I could easily see a charismatic Firefly Funhouse Bray with the Mr. Rogers sweater, taking people down, smiling and laughing. I could easily see the Fiend, a modern era powerhouse, just destroying everybody with that mandible claw and just just no selling, just destroying people with the mandible claw, Sister Abigail combination. I just think there's so much that you could do with this character that it would make things so interesting moving forward in WWE Champions when it comes to how you build characters, with how you utilize different characters' mechanics and gameplay. He could easily be a top-tier feud unit that everyone goes in on. And one thing that I want to address is a lot of these characters that I'm talking about are characters that I feel that would bring in mad money when it comes to WWE Champions. Touching on different eras, touching on different classes, it broadens the scope when it comes to the game, and it makes the game more enticing. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Who are your top 10 requested champions, your honorable mentions, and let's chop it up. Maybe one of the broskies goes ahead and does something to follow up with this. If not, it's all good. But let's just talk and chop it up. Who would you like to see coming to WWE Champions by the end of 2020? We got a couple months to go, okay? 2 down, 10 more to go. A lot of opportunity, a lot of room of opportunity, okay? A lot of room for opportunity, I should say. My apologies. But with that being said, y'all, that's my list. Honorable mentions, top 10 and all. And at number 1, hands down, let me in. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. It needs to happen. It should happen. Drew McIntyre, definitely. Shayna Baszler, Sasha Banks, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole, Bobby Lashley, Beth Phoenix, Hulk Hogan. Those are my top 10. Let me know who yours are down below. Until next time, peace.